So I have a video that I want to watch with you guys here that is, it's JD Vance just absolutely continuing to, despite everything that's come out, to disparage and absolutely shit on Alex Pretti, the man who was murdered in the streets in broad daylight by ICE, gunned down, unarmed, basically laying down by several ICE agents. And this is a Daily Mail exclusive interview, and JD Vance was asked a very simple question, and his answer is, I don't even want to say shocking anymore, because it's just kind of what you expect from these depraved monsters in the administration. Okay. Let's just go ahead and watch the video and let it speak for itself.
Did you plan to apologize to the family of Alex Pretti?
For what?
For, labeling him an assassin with ill intent.
Well, again, I just described to you what I said about Alex Pretti, which is that he's a guy who showed up with ill intent to an ICE protest.
No, but if it's determined that his civil rights were violated by this FBI investigation, will you apologize to that?
So, if this hypothetical leads to that hypothetical leads to another hypothetical,
it's a real case.
Will I do a thing? And again, like I said, we're going to let the investigation.
Did you plan to apologize?
What do you mean this hypothetical to this hypothetical? Now, JD Vance, I know you you love speaking in your hypotheticals because, your fucking Haitians are eating the cats and dogs and blah, 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 blah. These immigrants are eating your pets, and, he helped perpetuate that, and, he even got caught in the lie and was basically, yeah, it's a hypothetical. I kind of made it up. So, suck my dick. And just to be for what? What would we apologize for? For what? He showed up to an ICE protest with ill intent. So if someone shows up to an ICE protest with ill intent, you think that's a justification to murder them? What's so ill about his intent? There was a woman who was shoved to the ground, a bystander shoved to the ground by an ICE agent, and Alex Pretti steps in to protect that woman. That woman was also a U.S. citizen that was assaulted by ICE. I don't know. I don't know how to, people who watch this in, the Alex Pretti shooting and the, Renee Good shooting. I just don't know how you watch that. All these tragedies you can see from multiple angles, and people still come out and defend it. It's well, you shouldn't have been there. It's what do you mean? I thought we lived in the United States. I thought protesting and freedom of speech and freedom of expression was a First Amendment right. And in this same vein, they've also very quickly turned on the Second Amendment, which, as many others were saying, I never thought I would see that in a million years. God, people, they say fuck, JD Vance is young. We're going to have to deal with him forever. I say good. I'm glad he's young. You know why? Because when this is all over, I want some Democrat, whoever takes power, to throw the absolute book at this monster. I want him to spend the rest of his life in prison. I could make a 3-hour video on all the crimes against humanity that this dipshit has has done. We have text messages leaked from the leaked signal chats of last year of him actively approving and being a part of a war crime. We bombed an apartment building in Yemen, and then we double tapped that apartment building. That's a war crime. That's a big war crime. And of course, his defense for all of the Venezuelan boats that we have been striking, saying oh, they're all terrorists, they're all terrorists, they're all terrorists. Just an absolute monster, man. And he's just as and he goes out and makes these dangerous comments either right after the Renee Good killing or the Alex Pretti killing. But he goes out and says yeah, ICE agents out in the field, they have absolute immunity. Brother, they just killed 2 people and shot at several others and injured several others. And you want to say these guys have absolute immunity? What do you think that is ingraining in their brains? That oh, if someone makes me upset, if someone gets in the way of my enforcement operation, which they're all like illegal enforcement operations anyways, like they're the traffic stops and the door-to-door things they're doing and the roving patrols, this is all supposed to be like illegal. But they get it in their head, it's like, oh, I can just, if someone makes me mad or makes me upset, I can just kill them. And then I'm going to have not only the vice president's support, but also the president's support and the chief of staff support and like every fucking Republican dipshit in Congress, even some Democratic dipshits like John Fetterman. It's amazing. I just can't believe it. I do, before we end it here, I want to just show you this tweet that JD Vance had reposted right after the Alex Pretti murder. So Stephen Miller, White House Chief of Staff, arguably the man who is running most of the government right now, at least internally in terms of like the deportation operations. So Stephen Miller said, an assassin tried to murder federal agents, and this is your response. And, you know, he's replying to a tweet saying that ICE must leave Minneapolis. Congress should not fund this version of ICE that is seeking confirmation, chaos, and dystopia. Now, like what Stephen Miller is even replying to here, this is very, 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 very like a conservative take, like a moderate take on what should happen to ICE. Like this version of ICE shouldn't be funded. Like it's not even saying like what the actual common position is. And that is ICE should be abolished entirely. And not only should ICE be abolished, but we need like mass arrests and trials for these thugs and the crimes that they committed. Like it's just, fuck JD Vance, man. Like, fuck him. Like, I hope, because, and he's also like just as guilty of anyone else in the administration when it comes to defending the people in the Epstein files and directly defending pedophiles and human traffickers. It's, fuck this guy, dude. He is like, I can't say what I really think should happen, but I am going to think it really hard right now, and I'm gonna send my thoughts to you. Maybe we have the same thoughts, maybe we don't, but you can't get me on a thought crime. You can't get me on a thought crime. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Okay. Anyways, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.